What if one day, the Y chromosome, the tiny strip of DNA that decides whether a human becomes male, simply vanished? It might sound like the plot of a sci-fi thriller, but according to one evolutionary biologist, this isn't fiction. In fact, she argues, the Y chromosome has been slowly crumbling for hundreds of millions of years, and its disappearance might already be underway. But is that really true? Are men actually in danger of going extinct? Or is the Y chromosome tougher, more resilient, and far more stable than we think? Today, we dive deep into one of biology's most controversial debates, a scientific clash that has fascinated researchers for decades. Welcome to Documentary Times. In 2002, evolutionary biologist Jenny made a bold and controversial calculation. After studying the human Y chromosome, its structure, history, and genetic decay, she wrote, "The Y chromosome is running out of time." Her estimates suggested that the Y chromosome has lost 97% of its ancestral genes over the past 300 million years. And if that pace continued, she said, the Y might disappear entirely in just a few million more. The headlines were explosive. Some outlets warned of the end of men. Others claimed that humanity itself could vanish. But that was never what Graves meant. In her own words, she called the prediction a back-of-the-envelope calculation, not a prophecy of doom. In fact, she even joked, "I'm amazed anyone thinks men will become extinct in 5 or 6 million years. We've only been human for 0.1 million years. We'll be lucky to survive the next century." Still, the question remains. If the Y chromosome is truly breaking down, what would that mean for the future of humanity? Here's the surprising twist. A vanishing Y chromosome does not mean the end of males. Many animals throughout evolution have lost their Y chromosomes entirely. Yet they still have males, they still reproduce, and they still thrive. Let's take rodents, for example. Some mole vole species, Alobius talpinus, Alobius tancrei, and Alobius elaicus, no longer have a Y chromosome at all. Their males possess 2 X chromosomes, yet remain fully male. How? Because the sex-determining gene, once found on their Y chromosome, migrated to another chromosome. Spiny rats in Japan lost their Y chromosome, too. A brand new sex-determining system evolved to replace it. This means one critical thing. Even if the human Y chromosome vanished, humans might simply evolve a new sex-determining mechanism. As Graves puts it, if a new variant arises that works better than our old Y, it could take over rapidly. And maybe it already has. How would we know? Sex-determining genes aren't routinely screened in human genome studies. If a population evolved a new system, it might be undetectable without targeted research. This brings us to the scientific conflict at the heart of this debate. Two schools of evolutionary thought, each backed by strong evidence, directly contradict each other. School A, the Y chromosome is doomed. This is Jenny Graves' camp. She argues the Y chromosome is shrinking, unstable, vulnerable, genetically deteriorating, and ultimately destined to disappear. She often refers to it as the DNA junkyard. Her view, the Y has survived this long by making countless duplicate genes, some functional, many useless. But even these copies may eventually degrade. School B, the Y chromosome is stable and here to stay. On the other side is evolutionary biologist Jenn Hughes from MIT's Whitehead Institute. For over a decade, Hughes and Graves have debated, sometimes publicly, always respectfully. Hughes' research paints a very different picture. In 2012, she found that humans have lost almost no core Y genes over the past 25 million years. More recent studies showed deep conservation of Y-linked genes in primates. Her interpretation, the initial collapse happened early in evolution. Then the Y stabilized, gene loss stopped, and the Y chromosome is now strong and secure. As Hughes puts it, The genes that remain on the Y serve crucial functions across the whole body. The selective pressure to maintain them is too great for them to be lost. Two views, one genome. Both sides look at the same data. Both sides interpret it differently. And both arguments are scientifically grounded. In 2011, the two biologists debated at the International Chromosome Conference. The audience voted. The result? 50-50ths. A perfect tie. To understand why this debate exists, we need to go back in time. Far back. Before mammals evolved, the X and Y chromosomes were identical. They both carried about 800 genes. Then, about 200 million years ago, something changed. A mutation triggered male development on what would become the Y chromosome. Once that happened, males carried XY chromosomes, one of which stopped recombining with its partner. This was the moment the Y chromosome began its long genetic decline. Here's why. 1. No recombination equals faster decay. Recombination is nature's repair system. Two chromosomes exchange DNA and fix errors. The X chromosome still recombines in females, XX, but the Y chromosome cannot recombine in males. Without repairs, genes break, degrade, and vanish. 2. The Y lost 97% of its original genes. Today, the human Y chromosome has only 3% of its ancestral content left. 3. But the loss wasn't constant. This is critical. Gene loss was extremely rapid at first, then slowed, then nearly stopped in primates. This explains the split between Hughes and Graves. Graves focuses on the ancient, massive decay. Hughes focuses on the recent, long-term stability. Both are correct, depending on which timescale you examine. So, will the Y chromosome vanish? Jenny Graves believes yes, eventually, but she emphasizes the timeline could be anywhere from now to never. She believes that the Y's brief stability is temporary, just a calm period in a long pattern of decay. Hughes sees no evidence of continued decay at all. She believes the Y is stable for millions of years to come. And the truth? Science does not yet know. There is no scientific consensus, no clear winner, just two powerful perspectives describing two possible futures. However, one thing is certain. Even if the Y disappears, men won't. Evolution has already replaced the Y chromosome in other species. Humans could, one day, follow that pattern. For now, the Y chromosome remains with us, small, mysterious, and fiercely debated. Will it survive? Will it vanish? Will it evolve into something new? These questions continue to challenge scientists, shape research, and fuel one of evolution's most fascinating mysteries. As we wait for answers, one thing is certain. Whether the Y chromosome stays or goes, humanity's story is far from over. Thank you for watching Documentary Times. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the mysteries of science and the universe.